Well, 2018's almost over, and it's Real Aussie with John Ritland and
the Durbinator.
And basically, we're going to talk about what 2018 has meant to us. We're going to talk about our indie wrestling experiences and whatever. It's really not a format on this. There's never
we
really...
went to a live Raw show, too.
We did go to a live Raw
Boogaloo.
show. Yeah, but... In fact, let's just start with the live Raw show, and then we'll go to our indie wrestling.
Yeah!
Because live Raw, I got to see The Undertaker live for the first and only time.
We got to see Elias infuriate the crowd not a month and a half before he turned face.
Which was amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. Like a basketball team beat in Seattle, and he winked at the camera like, oh, he knew. He knew.
He knew the best cheap heat to get in Seattle, and that was dissing on the Sonics.
Yeah. And boy, was that was, I can't tell you, like, if you weren't there, I just can't tell you how loud it was in the arena. Apparently it came across fine on TV, but it was amazing. Now, you can check out our full Raw review for what we thought of that, but it was cool just to be there in that live crowd.
Yes.
And to pop for No Way Jose being on main event. Remember No Way Jose?
No. Wait, Jose! No way, Jose!
That poor guy. He's actually really talented. We saw him in NXT.
He deserves so much more.
He does. I mean, he may never be more than a tag team champion with like a guy, but seriously,
yeah,
he was great at that NXT.
He's not top card talent, but you know, a tag team. Put him in a tag team. Put him with Tyler Breeze while Fandango's away. You know,
move Ty Dillinger to Raw.
Oh,
and make them a team. 10-way Jose.
10-way Jose.
But. You know, he's somebody we saw at an we saw at an NXT show last year.
Which I think Zack Ryder might be a good fit with him.
Zack Ryder would be, actually.
If he ever shows up.
Zack Ryder, Mike Kanellis.
He's like Brock Lesnar, but not of his own volition.
I would rather have Zack Ryder as Universal Champion, but we were there. It was cool to see Ronda Rousey live. She worked with Ruby Riott, I believe. And Ruby Riott lost.
Again.
Because of course. But I mean, you know, at that point. Unfortunately, we didn't see the Bellas live. That was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But we did get to see, and Seattle popped big for The Undertaker's dong. That's what they did.
Seattle pulled a Cena.
Oh, God. Boy, Cena doing that at Mania 34.
Mm.
But
he really came up short.
I remember seeing that, I'm just like, oh, first The Undertaker. Yeah, The Undertaker's face first when he had, you know, scenes like just that. And Tombstone him. That was ridiculous, but...
Oh, resting over there.
But it was cool to be at a live Raw. There were some good shows. We'll just briefly go through. I enjoyed the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
The 2 Rumble matches are fine. Mania 34 for the hot goddamn mess that it was.
Yes.
Had some good moments.
Ronda's best debut in wrestling ever. Charlotte versus Asuka was terrific.
Roman versus Brock was not terrific.
No. Shinsuke versus AJ was good, but the ending was a little sour.
Yep.
I mean, it was great at the time, but in hindsight, it fell flat.
Mainly because they didn't have Shinsuke win.
None of the Japanese people that won the Rumbles had actually, you know...
really done all that well. I mean, Asuka finally won a title at TLC, but then we entered a bit of a lull period, and Raw really sank badly. My God, it sank badly.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff just really went out of control.
And then as soon as they lost Roman, the draw was gone.
It was that, and it was also
because
how...
for a lot of casual fans, Roman is the draw.
Right.
And for a lot of smirks too. I won't do them dirty like that. But it was a weird thing to see. It's like, in spite of it all, people did come to see Roman.
We maybe got tired of how his character was used.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not writing him off. He could end up coming back to the ring. I don't know, though. Because as you said...
Yeah, it was almost a case of Drew McIntyre-itis before he left, and then came back.
Yeah, I mean, and with...
Because Drew was Vince's golden boy at the time.
And really should have been... Now he's
But as he admitted, he got complacent, though. Roman, I don't think he ever got complacent. I just think we got too overexposed to him.
Creative got very complacent with him.
Yeah.
they ended up ending so many people, the momentum of so many people like Braun,
The Revival.
the Revival, Lashley,
The Revival.
the Revival. Well, and speaking of which, the Revival, boy, have they had a bad 12 months or what?
Yeah. I hope with the recent changes that they made with the Revival, that it's a new direction for them, because I'm betting you, Vince is like, what do you mean they'd go to All Elite? Well, how do we keep them here? Give them a title run? Do it.
But yeah, there are so many that could be used better. Let's talk about a few that have been inspiring. I'd say the most inspirational female would be Sonya.
Yeah.
Yes, I've sung Sonya's praises for a while, and you're probably sick of it.
But yeah, she's
legit.
too legit.
Too legit to quit. Male, of course, has to be.
Mustafa Ali.
Like, come on, I mean, has to be.
If you don't follow him on Twitter, follow him on Twitter. He is the most wholesome of wrestling accounts.
He is. He's like, I mean, maybe...
He's a genuine individual.
Maybe with the exception of Kairi Sane, the most wholesome Twitter account that's on there. But Mustafa seems like overall a good guy, really, really good guy. He's a great family man, and somebody that the crowd could really get behind. Could he be WWE champion? He could. I don't know if he will be, but he could
On
be.
SmackDown, certainly, it's a possibility. More likely than not.
Yeah.
But no, it's like Mustafa Ali, if you hear his entire story, because I learned a lot about him even before he moved up to SmackDown.
Yeah.
It's been following him for a long time now, and the way he treats even like the racist remarks that he gets with absolute respect and decency is one of those things that you don't see very often from people.
I mean, credit to him, because I certainly wouldn't handle it that well. I mean, if I was his skin tone, obviously, I mean, being white, I don't get nearly the flack.
Yeah.
But he handles it with class. More class than a lot of people would.
Yeah. But if we decide, should we hop into the Indies?
Let's hop into the Indies. So and by the way,
we're going to the Indies.
Yeah, and we're gonna have a Q&A gaming stream shortly after this video goes up. So make sure to get your questions in. Join us in on the live chat at the Indies. We had never been to an indie show.
No.
I had never been to an indie show. There are two wrestling companies. We're going to talk about one that's been around since January of 2017.
And is already
Really hot.
They booked some of the best talent in the world.
Defy Northwest.
Yes.
They run one show each month, one show in Seattle, and then the next month they run in Portland. And you asked it suddenly, hey, there's this indie promotion.
Yeah.
Want to go?
It was at James Vanderbeek. Not that James Vanderbeek, the other James Vanderbeek. You know who I'm talking about.
The Photoshop King.
Yeah. He is so interconnected with the wrestling industry here in Washington. Then along with that was it was initially my coworker, Dave Turner. The Black Sheep, Dave Turner.
Who wrestled at a show that we went to.
Yes, he's also wrestled on Defy against Schaff, who we'll get into as well.
We will.
But it was like, you know what? Why not check out an indie show? I look at the ticket price and it's less than a nosebleed section of Raw, so I was like, yeah, alright, we'll check it out.
And especially, there's no real shipping and handling charges.
Yeah, print the fucking tickets myself.
And
also, if I do order the tickets to be mailed in, they just mail it.
Right, but still, I mean, it's not nearly as much shipping and handling, all that Ticketmaster bullshit and whatever. But we went. If you've never been to Washington Hall, especially if you're in the area, it's this place that you wouldn't think would actually be much of a wrestling venue.
Yeah.
It's an old theater.
But Progress, Defy, they go there.
Yeah.
There are other promotions in the area which I might check out at some point, like 3-2-1 Battle.
And what's the other one? There's another one.
Without a Cause?
No, not Without a Cause. There's another one in Seattle. But yeah, 3-2-1 Battle, maybe. I've heard good things. But we get there, and I still remember we're sitting there, and we recognize the ring announcer right away. It's
Steve Miggs.
From 99.9 KISW.
Yep.
Great guy, by the way.
Oh, yeah. He's the hashtag local celebrity.
and he embraces it. He plays a face there, and he plays a heel Without a Cause. But what's great, though, is first thing we think, because it was Schaff versus, was it King Cash?
I think so.
I think so. Some of these people may be kind of, we may forget some of these matches because we've seen so many of these shows.
I follow almost all of them, so if I remember to, I'll put them down in the description down below for you to check out.
Definitely, though, if you're in the Washington area, make sure to check out Without a Cause and also Defy. But the first thing we hear, Schaff gets in the ring.
Oh, yeah. He does actually it was against Starks.
That's right, Starks. That's right. Yeah, no, Starks is really cool.
You know, they introduce Starks, and he's all having his moment. Schaff gets in the ring, and then he just goes, "What's my fucking name?" And everyone, Schaff!
And we're like, yep, we made the right decision to come to this show. Well, we got to see him. Schaff's great, by the way. Starks is also very good cocky heel.
Yeah. We're gonna see him teaming up with Aaron Solo out Without a Cause.
And that's Bailey's
fiance.
Yeah, it's Bailey's fiance, right? But one match that I remember, it was Randy Myers. One guy, I was like Randy Myers.
We didn't know who he was because we hadn't heard of the Weirdo Hero. Yeah. But when the theme music hits and this woman walks out. And then just starts singing At Last.
Lounge style.
Yeah, and I'm just like, whew.
Yeah.
She's in like this Harlequin, not like Harley Quinn, but Harlequin style makeup.
It was like Alice in Wonderland almost.
Yes. It's the Queen of Hearts almost, like, but not Tim Burton's Queen of Hearts.
Thankfully.
Yeah. But no, whew.
That was really nice. I hope she makes an appearance.
And then Randy Myers follows that up. And he's just in like this torn up flannel, he's got it all buttoned up, and he's this very flamboyant, very homoerotic kind of character.
If you guys are longtime wrestling fans, Adrian Street and Miss Linda, that's what this reminds me of. If I remember, I'll show you images.
But like he'll go up to random people in the first row and just go, "May I kiss you?" and they go with it.
It's great. It's great shit. He was really good in it. And who did he wrestle? Why, he wrestled Johnny Defy, Johnny Impact, John Morrison.
Johnny Defiance.
Johnny Defiance?
I think that was...
Yeah.
Which is a British promotion, Defiance.
It is.
No, that's Defiant.
Yeah. But it was John Morrison, in other words.
Yeah.
Him and his wife are also wrestling on the show. Morrison, you got to meet.
Yes! He is a cool guy.
He is a really, really cool guy. Got to shake his hand.
I'm taller than him.
You are. That's it. But he looks great. He still moves well.
Mm-hmm. I guess it's the advantage of being able to pick your schedule.
I mean, it's true. And I mean, he wrestles on Impact, and they run like about 4 shows a year. Not kidding. They tape a lot of shit. But he was really, really cool. Him and Randy Myers had a good match. Then the 6-man match.
Yes.
Remember that? We watched that.
Yeah, it was the American Guns.
And somebody, God damn it, I don't
versus who?
It was Schaff, Artie, and one other guy.
No. It wasn't Schaff.
No. Shane. Shane Strickland.
It was Shane Strickland, Artie Spence, and... Oh, God, I can't remember.
I don't remember who the other guy is.
We'll have to look back at the card.
Yeah.
This is a very free flow. We didn't really take any notes.
But also, it's kind of bad because it's kind of bad that we've seen so many shows that some of them run together. But it was a blowaway 6-man tag. Where Artie, I don't even think they spent more than 20% of the match in the ring. Artie there's this weird balcony, this like balcony area. He just jumps.
He went up the stairs, went up onto the balcony. Everyone's freaking out. We're not sure why. And then we look up, and Artie is up on the balcony, ready to jump down, and he doesn't.
And he misses the light by about that much.
And it was after the match. I think it was Strickland who got the pin.
And people were booing. We weren't.
Yeah. Strickland put over Artie.
He did. He put over the other guy too. I mean, I don't remember who it was, but
yeah, we'd have to go back on that one.
But it's okay. I mean, because it was still a great match.
Yeah.
But that's an example of these guys cutting their teeth and working so damn hard. And it was cool to meet Schaff. I actually got to meet Schaff during the intermission. Got to buy a shirt from him. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make sure to buy an autograph from him next time and slip him some extra money because he's really talented.
Yes.
But I got to meet Taya Valkyrie, John Morrison's wife. She was really cool. She won me over there because I had been impressed with her in Lucha Underground before, but I hadn't really seen too much of her. And it was like, okay, you know what? She wrestled Nicole Matthews back when Nicole Matthews was allowed to wrestle in the States.
Oh god, we should actually probably just kind of go into some of the highlights that we had, though.
Yeah, let's go. But let's just go into the highlights. We'll talk about a couple of the matches and stuff. But Nicole Matthews, I didn't get to meet her. I kind of wish I had. But Taya Valkyrie is really cool. But now the Progress and Defy show.
Yes. So Progress and Defy had back-to-back events at Washington Hall. We went to the Defy show and got to meet Mustache Mountain.
You, for obvious reasons, were excited.
Yes. And so when I went there, and I was trying to get through the line because it was jam-packed.
It was oversold.
Because when you got Pete Dunn, Trent Seven, and Tyler Bate there,
Tony Storm, Jimmy Havoc.
Wasn't Walter there too?
Walter was there also.
Walter went up against Schaff.
That was a lot of chops.
Yes. And Schaff selling them like a fucking beast.
He may not have been selling them.
And no selling some of them too.
Yeah.
And nobody knows Walter's chops.
That's true. But let's talk about the people we met.
Going up to the line to get some merch and get a picture in with Mustache Mountain. Pete Dunn hadn't been out there yet. It was the intermission. And Trent Seven, realizing they were out of merch, comes through the crowd and he's walking through the crowd. And then he looks at me and he looks at my mustache like, oh.
When I saw how happy he was, I would go, okay, that right there was worth it. Worth fighting through all the bullshit traffic. Worth the fact that I was tired. Didn't matter. That was cool. Bait and Seven were really, really cool.
Yeah.
They were really, really cool. Got to meet Jimmy Havoc. Jimmy Havoc and
Jimmy Havoc was...
Jimmy Havoc.
He went up against Randy Myers in a perfect match that made perfect sense.
Yeah, they used paper cut stuff with like autograph. Ooh.
Woo.
But they worked it well, and it was good stuff. But you got to see you had Pete Dunn against
Brody King.
With Brody King. Brody King, by the way, great that he's on a Ring of Honor.
Yeah, working with Marty Scurll now, and Villain Enterprises.
Yeah, and PCO, that Pierre Alouette or whatever the C stands for.
Piece of crap. No.
No, he's no, it's But Brody King's really tremendous.
Pete Dunn was so damn comical in this entire match. It was like a complete shift from his NXT persona. Like he's running around the ring, being an absolute ham. I have never seen him have so much fun in a match.
I wish we could have met him, but it's like it was late and it was a long line and we had to go.
Yeah.
But it's like
there was a line to get into the line.
Yeah, but it was still really, really cool. I will talk about, me and Jimmy Havoc getting a autograph with him. I said I had heard of you, I'd seen a little bit of you. Seeing you live definitely gave me another new appreciation.
Each event that we went to, I would always end up talking with Shane Strickland.
Oh, right.
And in the last event, I go, because I had talked to him before, and he goes, how do you walk around with those glasses on? Because I have the same these glasses here are the same pair that you'll actually see Strickland wearing a lot. I had no idea at the time until I started looking into them. And he goes like, how do you see in those? I go, not very easily, but then I've noticed that yellow seems to work a lot better. And now I'm seeing a lot more, and so I told him during the last event and gave him one of my old pair of
yellow glasses.
Yeah, and since then he's a lot of promotional material now shows him wearing yellow glasses.
And that was really cool when you told me
there's a science behind it. I go into it, but I don't think we have the time.
I don't think so. But back to that Progress Defy show. I promise you, I did not fanboy over me and Tony Storm. I did.
Yeah, he did.
I did a little.
To be fair, I don't blame him.
I mean, come on. She wrestled Nicole Matthews and it was a really good match. And yeah, Tony Storm is shorter, even on TV or even live, than she is on TV.
Yeah,
but she is really, really good. Mm-hmm. And at that age, she's gonna have such a long career. And she was really good. But then we get to, because we took a break in September.
Yep.
But that was really cool. That was probably the loudest Defy show we were at.
You know what's funny? Was the name of the event was Defy Loud.
This is true.
So I think that was the point.
I think it was, but I'm just saying.
Or was that Defy United?
That was Defy United.
Yeah, that's right. Defy Loud was later.
Yeah.
Or was that the first one?
That was the first one.
Yeah.
Then we were at Defy whatever.
I remember things.
I
just don't remember where they all went.
We've been to 4 indie shows and we work all the time and that kind of stuff, and we watch WWE, which numbs our minds, so there we go. And I watch a bunch of New Japan, so that happens. So, and we'll finish up maybe with a little bit of that, but Without a Cause.
Ah, yes. It's a new event. I learned about it from Turner.
Yep.
And he was on the show.
Big guy, by the way. Big guy.
Probably my favorite gimmick name of all time, Pitfall Jones, indie wrestler.
He was cool. He was cool.
Yes.
He was
He went up against Effie during the last Without a Cause we were
Yep.
able to go to because there was a pay-per-view.
Yeah, Survivor Series.
Yep.
But they wrestled that one guy that was a 20-year-old from Canada.
Yes, Tyler or something around.
They made the Justin Bieber jokes, and people were just shouting Justin Bieber lyrics from the goddamn crowd.
Yes. Never say never!
It's never too late to say you're sorry.
God, when Turner picked up, I go, no, he's just a boy!
Oh, he's a golden boy, that's right.
Yeah, the golden boy.
Yeah, that's what it was. No, he was cool, but in that show, it's in a bar dance floor, so I mean, there's maybe like 200 people there.
It's a Norse lounge.
Yep.
Or lodge, Norse lodge.
Yeah.
And the promoter, Max, apparently is well integrated into a lot of the events that go on in wrestling. Just the same as Vanderbeek, whose real name I'll keep hidden for the sake of privacy.
Exactly. He'll let you know what his real name is if he wants.
Okay. But anyway.
But there was some good action in that. It was really, really cool to be there for live wrestling, and Darby Allin, we got to see Darby Allin.
Yes.
It was flat out ridiculously good.
Even with the low ceiling clearance that Without a Cause has, working the ropes perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely perfectly.
Hopefully they do some reconstruction in that to add more space up top.
Yeah, so people don't brain themselves. But there was this cool tag match with these, guys, and then these strays. The strays, oh. They were guys that were at the front earlier.
They played that role like you knew they were going to get involved somehow, but you didn't know how. Like they were just going to end up being jobbers.
Yeah. And it was an open challenge that was offered by these two heel guys. I don't recall the names of it. Yeah, these strays just run in. Yeah. They run in, there's like an open challenge, and they're like, getting money. Just
like the energy and skill on display was incredible to watch.
It was. Main highlight, though, for me, obviously, yes, because it's on the internet.
Oh, yes. Thunder Rosa's entrance. Not that kind, but the musical kind. Thunder Rosa...
Cobra Moon from Lucha Underground.
Yeah, stepped down the stairs, she's doing her dance, she walks over, and then she grabs John's hand and then drags him into the whole, beginning...
Dancing.
Yeah, into her dance, and I'm just sitting there like...
Did you actually record that?
I took a picture.
Oh, I took a picture, right.
Came out blurry because I wasn't paying attention.
But, yeah, well, no, it was really interesting. One, she was really, really cool to meet afterwards.
Yes.
She faced Priscilla Kelly.
Yes.
And, yeah, she's hot life. Yeah. Her and Darby Allin got married last month. That's great for them. Those two crazy kids.
Darby's a Washington boy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. There you go.
If you watch Dave Turner's promo, he actually does talk about it because I guess they kind of started off at around the same time.
Makes sense. I heard the name Darby Allin for a while.
Yeah.
But it was cool. The women's match was the best match on the show.
He used to be a skateboarder.
That makes a lot of sense, actually, with all the insane bumps he takes. But it was cool to meet Thunder Rosa and Priscilla Kelly. Meet Thunder Rosa after I was not so starstruck.
Right.
But she was cool. Got a shirt from her. Got a shirt and an autograph from Priscilla Kelly. Priscilla Kelly, really, really cool to see live. And yes, insanely beautiful. So was Thunder Rosa. That was a really, really cool moment. And that's something we'll probably go to more often.
Yeah.
Because, one, it's closer. It's literally 20 miles away.
Yeah, it's a quick drive and there's actually parking.
Yeah, right? We don't have to fight, park at Swedish Medical Center and then walk like a quarter mile.
Right.
Or at least...
half a mile.
About half a mile, yeah. But, honestly, the Without a Cause show was really fun.
Yes.
But the women, were cool to meet. I still say they put on the best match of the show.
But yeah, in summation with the whole... Well, actually, we had one other Defy show, didn't we?
We did. I mean, we did have that.
With Ray Phoenix versus Artie Spence.
And Artie having to be taken to a local medical facility.
Hashtag local medical facility.
Hashtag local medical facility. You got Schaff versus Shane Strickland.
Yes.
That is where you gave him the glasses.
Yes.
And Jeff Cobb. We got the VIP
Yeah,
You
we got
got
VIP for next time, too.
That's right. So, Jeff Cobb, I got to actually meet him, put over the fact that he faced Goto at the G1 special.
Apparently I was the only fan there that lifts. Or that can lift.
Right. Yeah, well, that's what he had, like, the 3
It's
titles.
just 30 pounds, you know?
Well, it felt like more to me, but I'm a weakling. But Cobb was really, really cool, really down to earth. You're taller than Cobb.
Yeah, well,
But
I'm not stronger than Cobb,
No.
that's for goddamn sure.
Cobb just throwing Brody King around like crazy, but he was cool to
Oh
me.
yeah, didn't we see a match with Brian Cage the previous event?
We got to see Brian Cage versus... I don't remember who. It was Brian Cage versus somebody.
Didn't Brian Cage go up against Shafter and Defy Loud? No. That was...
It was Brian Cage versus somebody. I don't remember.
No, he was going up against Strickland, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yes, it was Brian Cage versus Strickland. You got to meet Brian Cage.
Me. Can't you bench press a planet? When he was struggling with Strickland.
And that was actually pretty cool because, what was it? It was
Swolverine.
yeah. Melissa Santos, Brian Cage's wife, was there.
Yes, she was the announcer for the evening.
Yeah, we also got to meet Miggs, like face to face. I got to talk to him a bit for that. That was pretty cool. But yeah, Cage was really cool. Yeah. From what you said, Colt Cabana.
I think that was during the first event we went to.
That was the first event.
But I think that was also the time when I actually met Vanderbeek face to face.
No, right. But Colt Cabana we got to see at the first event. Yeah. You got to meet him, and he was apparently pretty.
But anyway, last show.
Really, Ray Phoenix, impressive. Artie certainly showed how great he was. Schaff versus
Bandito was there.
Bandito was there.
He's just now signed with Ring of Honor.
Great for him because of how talented he is.
Yeah. Oh, it was the Halloween contest too.
That's right.
Someone was dressed up as a penis druid, because of course they were.
The hashtag rest in
Someone
penis.
was dressed up as Joey Janela. Someone was dressed up as Turtleneck Rock.
No, God, that's right.
He had the fanny pack and everything, and I'm just like,
bravo there. I mean, that guy was pretty cool. But yeah, there were a lot of girls dressed in some nice costumes too. That was nice. But Schaff and Shane Strickland had a really, really damn good match.
Yes.
I mean, obviously they did. There was no women's match on this show, which was unfortunate. But I got to talk to Miggs for a bit. Miggs was really cool. Cobb versus Brody King. That was a great match. There was a lot of really good... You got to meet Randy Myers, finally.
Yeah.
Apparently really nice guy, from what you say.
Oh, how could he not be?
I mean, that's a good point. But he faced... Oh, he faced MJF.
Yes.
MJF, by the way.
Yes, MJF. We saw him during the first show, too.
Yeah, and MJF, by the way, who competed at All In. He was really cool. I mean, I haven't met him, but he's really, really cool.
At Defy, they like to throw streamers in, but whenever MJF is in there, they throw toilet paper rolls.
He's just, like, selling it, like, getting all, like, crazy and stuff like
what the hell?
I mean... But yeah, there's the point of this video, really, I mean, 2018 has meant a whole lot to wrestling. We will answer more questions on the live show. But support your local indie wrestling.
If you ever find yourself unmotivated by wrestling on WWE's environment, check out your local indie shows. They are a blast to be in, and sometimes you can just see the next rising star.
Yeah, you support them, buy their merch, autographed shirt. It goes to the wrestlers, not to a corporation.
Yeah.
It's just really fun. We'll make sure we go to those. Probably more without a cause because it's closer. But Defy also, we're going to be going to Defy in January. We're going to get to see, you told me we're going to get to see SoCal Uncensored. I go, I'm going to get to see Christopher Daniels, Kazarian, Scorpio Sky in person. Yeah, okay, we're definitely going. Yeah. But that's basically it. 2018, what does 2018 meant for you for wrestling-wise? Leave them in the comments. I don't know what this is.
Raindrops.
Keep falling on my head. No, but anyway, so that's all we gotta say.
Yeah.
So what do you think of 2018 in wrestling?
I thought it was good.
You know what? Overall, actually, I think it was a fun year in wrestling, even with WWE's dips.
Yeah.
And a lot of them. New Japan was fun too. But anyway, leave some comments, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle, and all that in the description. It's been Real Aussie with John Ritland and
the Durbinator,
and we'll be back with a gaming stream soon.
See y'all later.